Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm John Buckley, and let's queer up drag culture. Drag Race UK winner The Vivienne's shocking cause of death is announced and community is stunned. The family of James Lee Williams, best known as RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season 1 winner, The Vivienne, has confirmed that the beloved drag star died from a cardiac arrest by ketamine use. Williams, who made history as the first Drag Race UK champion in 2019, was found dead at home on January 5th at just 32 years old. An inquest into their death is ongoing and set to conclude in June. The Vivienne's sister, Chanel Williams, said the family remains, in quote, completely devastated, end quote, but is determined to raise awareness about ketamine's dangers. She said, in quote, if we can't help raise awareness of the dangers of this drug and help people who may be dealing with ketamine addiction, then something positive will come from this complete tragedy, end quote. The Vivienne's family will collaborate with the substance abuse charity Adferiad on the upcoming Only Human campaign, which seeks to reduce addiction stigma and provides support resources. Williams was open about past struggles with addiction, discussing it on Drag Race UK and even incorporating it into their comedy routine on All Stars 7 in 2022. Tributes to the Vivienne, flooded in from across the entertainment world, including from Michelle Visage, Ariana Grande, Jinkx Monsoon, and Rylan. They were posthumously honored with the Icon Award at the Metro Pride Awards, and their legacy will be further remembered in an upcoming documentary, Dear Viv, announced by drag race production company World of Wonder. This is a very sad story, and it's also sad to see like the increased use of ketamine as a drug, especially among younger age people. Right. It's devastating because it's very addictive like any other drug. You know, I've never experienced any of that, but I've seen and I've heard like story after story of somebody overdosing or going into cardiac arrest, and that's it.
Right. Yeah. What people don't realize is that a drug may do something great for you, but you don't realize it has one great thing, but like millions of side effects.
Exactly.
You know, and once you get stuck, and it's a shame that, you know, the Vivienne died, but you know, hopefully we can use her as a role model to help other people to do have this problem, or even have questions about, hey, should I try this, of not to, and just educate people on this. And then the tragedy is a tragedy, but at least the tragedy has a positive outcome from it.
Right. And, you know, I think that historically, the LGBTQ plus community has had higher incidences of drug use, alcoholism, and given today's cultural climate, I can see those statistics rising again. You know, back in the 70s and 80s and even into the 90s, the only place that you could really meet other gay people were at bars. So the drug use, the smoking, the alcoholism were rampant. And even though, you know, we're more mainstream now, the cultural pressure, the constant fear, especially for trans people, that they're not going to be able to continue to live their truth is frightening. And as a result, you know, we see a lot of people turn to mood-altering substances to kind of deal.
You know, and that's why it's important to have places like the Pride Center so people can come together, support groups, and help one another. And places like this where we talk about what's going on in our community, and that you're not there, you're not alone. And
it's also good to just check in with each other, check in with your friends. Like, you know, you never know what somebody else may be going through, but just offer support, offer an ear, offer a shoulder.
Exactly.
And, you know, let them know you're here for them.
Yeah, and there are a lot of organizations and programs that if you feel that you need someone to talk to, that you are trying to get into recovery and don't know how, there are a lot of resource lines. No matter where you live, I'm sure that there is a resource line. Worst case, you can call 988 and say, you know, I'm about to use and I don't want to use. And they can help you through that. So, you know, nobody has to do this alone.
Correct.
Whether you're reaching out to a local organization or a national organization, there are people out there 24/7, 365 who are there for you to talk to if you need it. So please remember that. That is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by